We are going to make our very own whipped body butter today. There is a two-part process. The first one is the oil. Now, you do not have to infuse herbs. You can use avocado oil, jojoba oil, any other type of liquid oil, but I like to infuse herbs with mine. So I will let you choose whatever herbs you want. And today I'm going to be using rose hips, calendula, for my oil, but for my whipped body butter, I'm doing something just a little bit different because I'm in Idaho and it is so dry out here. So I'm actually going to be adding yarrow, comfrey, and burdock to my whipped body butter. But again, any herbs or no herbs, it doesn't matter. All right, let's get started.
So this is for your oil. I'm using jojoba oil, and you can do a 1 to 5 ratio, meaning 1 ounce herb, 5 ounce oil. And then I am using two different herbs. So once you hit that, whatever ounces you're doing on the scale, you want to tear it out, zero it out, and then grab whichever herb you're using. So rose hips, I'm doing 1 ounce of the rose hips here. And then you're going to want to tear out that scale again before you bring on your second herb if you are using a second herb. This is calendula. I like to do powdered because it saves room. You can just dry out your herb and then put it in a spice grinder or even a coffee grinder. You're going to mix it all up, put it on that double broiler, very, very low heat, stirring anywhere between 4 to 6 hours. Again, low heat. I can't stress that enough with the oil. So with the body butters, I love coconut oil as a base. You can do tallow and things of that nature as well too. So what I'm doing is either half cup or 4 ounces of the coconut oil. All my stuff is organic that I use. When you're done measuring that out, make sure you're tearing out the scale. I am using mango butter today. So once you get the 4 ounces or half cup, I like to measure because I feel like it's more accurate. And again, use whatever body butter that you want, these hard butters. So mango butter, and then I like to use shea butter as well too on these ones, or you can use cocoa butter. So zero out the scale again, and then I am putting in 4 ounces or half cup of the shea butter. Cocoa butter gives it a different smell, but if you're adding oils to this to make it smelly, you're not going to notice the smells of the butters. Even tallow, you're not going to notice that, like the beef smell. So once you have all that, you're going to add your liquid oil. As I said at the beginning, I'm doing yarrow, burdock, and comfrey because my skin is itchy. So that's a half a cup or 4 ounces of the liquid oil. Throw it in that bowl. I'm going to makeshift my own double broiler here since I'm using the other one. Make sure the water is low enough to where it's not going to start boiling over and you're going to get water in your butter mixture. We do not want water and oil mixing. Not good at all. When it comes to the oil back here, so once you're completed, if your oil's been sitting for the allotted time you want, say 6 hours or so, you want it to cool before you strain it. Grab a cheesecloth and you can strain it that way. Store it in a little mason jar. You can even put it in the fridge if you want to prolong it. With the body butters, again, keeping it on low heat, I would do smaller chunks. I did way too big of a chunks here, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to get this to melt. Totally fine. I'm just going to be standing at the stove for quite a while. But just stir it occasionally. Again, any butter is fine. Just get creative with it, you guys. You cannot mess this up. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. It's not rocket science. So once that is all melted, wipe off the bottom. I like to grab a cold pack and place it on that so we can start cooling it slowly, or you can put it in the fridge. But don't put it in the freezer. You got to watch it really carefully. I use beaters. You can use a KitchenAid. I do not own a KitchenAid because my kitchen is very small. But KitchenAid will save on the rest for sure. This is a long process, not gonna lie. This part takes probably about an hour-ish. So we're going to be fast forwarding through this. Just keep beating it. Throw it in the fridge if you need to, or just keep it on the cool pack. You can even take the spatula to the outside. And once it starts to cool, you're going to notice the colors changing. It's getting lighter, and around the edges are starting to thicken and stick to the side of the bowl. Now, when it gets real thick, the consistency is awesome. It's like cake. So you're going to see the trace here. There's a light, medium, and a heavy trace. You can kind of see the butter on the top sticks just a little bit. You can see the lines. That's when you want to add in any flavored oil or scented, sorry, flavored scented oil. I used a cucumber mint on this one. Mix it all up. It's going to make it a little bit watery, and you can throw it in the fridge for a few minutes, bring it back out, and start using the beaters or the KitchenAid on it again. And as you can see, the trace is changing. It actually looks like you could eat this. Looks like cake batter. I love it. So nice and thick, creamy texture. It's actually quite fun to make, satisfying too. So keep stirring it just to get that texture that you want until it gets pretty thick like this, to where you could scoop it into a jar, scraping everything off the sides, just making sure all the clumps are taken care of, everything is mixed properly. And you can do mason jar, you can do a cute little container if you need to. It's really easy to put in there. When you guys are doing this, and whatever container you decide to put it in, I leave it a little bit softer because it's easier to pack into the containers. And then once it cools, it's going to harden and look absolutely amazing. It's nice, soft, silky. I love it. It is amazing.